Today, 75 minutes, intensity's 9 out of 10. Our focus is projection for just going forward. Our competition is going to be a 10-yard start, so we're going to have about 4 to 5 opportunities to compete here. Okay, 7 rounds today, prehab and hurdles, warm-up, technical, then we'll go to three-point tech, test to 10, a force block, which will be all resisted, and then contact runs. Okay, 7 rounds we'll lock in on. All right, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, all the youngins in my hood.
Like this ain't
it. I know that for sure.
This ain't it. I've seen a lot of things in my life, and this is not it. I'm about to get on aux, just the calm. This is when I just think and think. I replay everything in my brain, just like what the session's gonna be, the energy I wanna have. But it's just like calm, just watching, seeing how they respond to things. Seeing if we're on time, seeing if like every time we switch, if they like taking a deep breath or not, or if they're like really locked in. Like right now, they're locked in. Quiet.
Oh Lord, this shit I'm doing for my hood, I won't get an award. I used to sell Reggie, then how I get to the Forbes. I take a shot, if I miss, I'm getting them balls. Ain't quitting no more, like give me some more. We went Old Navy, it feel like Christian Dior. Was dead broke, but rich as soul. Was we really that poor? Was we really that dumb? Cause we carry a gun, and every in my neighborhood carrying one. Cause we had nightmares of our mamas got buried her son. I'm speaking to you as a prophet, as rare as they come. Gunshots sound like music hanging out the Buick. Why you wanna be a shooter?
Yeah. You have all the power in the world. Just have to. It's hard. Running the 40 is hard because it's so different than running in a football game. Because in a football game, like, you have to spin to get going. Because you might have like a 3 to 5 yard window where you have to be as fast as you can. But in the 40, it's really just like a progression. It's like a crescendo. It's like builds, like bang, 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 bang. But in the beginning, it has to be extremely powerful. And like you can see, there are definitely short strokes here. Cut yourself short right here. Good thing is, once you start doing it, times are gonna start dropping. Just start dropping. You just have to trust it. And you have to be comfortable understanding like there might be a couple days you come in here and it's worse. And it's like, all right, but we'll get it for sure. Let's go Zach next. So kind of same thing here. Your hand moves. You don't really start going until here. So, and this is before we adjusted your stance. So I think we have a better outcome now. But this is what kills running backs. Like this is how guys like, oh man, I thought he was faster, and he runs 4.6 like at the combine. Like you have to get going. You have to get going because you guys aren't gonna have as high velocities as the DBs and stuff. Like. Those guys can get to 4.4 by running 23-something miles per hour. You guys have to get to 4.4 by having the perfect start, the perfect get out. I'm gonna play with their stance a little bit to potentially get your hip a little higher, like a little bit higher, but for now this is fine. Better exit, way better exit, great position, pretty good switch. So when I say switch, I'm meaning like, you know when you're doing the wall switch and you're switching your thighs, when you get to this position, as powerful as possible, if you get that wide, you have to come back. So you're a little late on this, but it's not bad. It's honestly not bad. 3, 4, okay. Let's look at this. 1, 2, 3, good. Watch 4. See it? Just keep climbing. I don't give a shit right now. Like you can fuck it up. You can, whatever. You could be fully upright at 10, and we'll adjust it. But I want to see you just try to rise and just see how it feels. And then we'll be like, okay, cool. Let's pick a better angle to start with, and then let's rise slower. You know what I mean? But you have to rise because you're just going to throw yourself down.
It's one of them days. Today's probably the most important. It's the first like actual max speed session. So it's almost like the first time you hear something is the thing that's going to kind of stick. So we need to make sure that the cues are right, to make sure that we're on point. Session flows well. So a little bit of anxiety right now, just to get everything set up the right way and rolling and smooth. But once it gets going, then we'll settle down a little bit.
Make it out the hood, they say you Hollywood. How dare you tell me that I got it good? Gotta check and treat it like I'm Robin Hood.
It's just, this is the riskiest day. That's why everything has to be perfect. That's why like anxiety is like a little bit higher. Cause like this is the first time they run full speed, which means that they're like they could honestly get hurt too if everything isn't perfect. So we're not in the right places. We don't have the right energy. We don't have the right cohesion. We're not communicating. We miss things. Like it all adds up.
And best case scenario, people come out healthy. Like, I don't give a shit if they run fast today. I want them to get through the session and like feel it and learn a little bit. I don't care if it's fast. That makes sense? But we just got to be on point from this point. CC, you have anything else?
Yeah, just energy and like sense of urgency. That's it. We are only here for an hour and a half, so as long as we're like keeping it moving, like keep a good tempo, keep a good pace. Like if we tell you, like go run, grab that, it's like it's a run, you know, and not to be rude or mean or anything like that. It's
we could
like,
be best friends after.
Yeah.
Like you guys know, I'll hang out with you all day, but when we're here, it's work.
Yeah.
Just drop, just go everywhere, just drop, and then we'll just go. Are we good?
2012, it was 15 when I'm stepping out. Forgot the time you asked me for a check and I ain't lived it out. I ain't even know you was upset. That's what this shit about. A green piece of paper could turn you to a hater. When you can't bring up one time, you return me for a favor. So I play these real close, talking closer than my neighbors. Cause I know the signs when switch sides, catch them vapors. Used to be my dog, you was in my left too. Scream, ride or die, I thought you would ride with me. Found out you was jealous, you won't even grind with me. And when I caught the 6, you wanted the 550. Used to be my dog, you was in my left titty. Scream, ride or die, I thought you would ride with me. Found out you was jealous, you won't even grind with me. And when I caught the 6, you wanted the 550. See, I look at it like this.
Hey, really good session.
Yeah.
Really good session. Like, I feel like towards the end, it started to click. It's like, to run fast, we don't have to run hard. You know what I mean? And that's how everyone's coming in. The first day, like, I'm gonna run as hard as I can. And everything just tightens. So you don't get the length, and then you're just off, right? So towards the end, on the last drill, everyone's coming down from the top, striking the ground under, and then going forward. So we're gonna build on that a little bit on Saturday, and then next Thursday, we'll do another fly. So next Thursday, we'll probably go up. I'll probably expect like 21s, 22s next week. Cool? Any questions on that stuff? I guess we're running 20, just cruising. And we'll get to 21s, just cruising. 22s, just cruising. We'll have to push for 23, 24, but we'll get it. I've had guys go from 21 to 24 in this process. Like, if you run 24, you're running 4.3, 4.4. So, Mike, you got it.
Let's go. Family on me, family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family.
Walk through today's lift, like Thursday, big tools, oldest lift.
So Thursday's a big velocity day for us, so we make sure that on the field we're hitting the right top speeds or getting close to their top speed. In the weight room, it's going to be a vertical emphasis and a vertical force emphasis to try to match up with the vertical force produced in the top speed running that they're doing. So quicker ground contact times. We're doing still capacity right now, so we're working on clusters. Everything that we did in the weight room, I want it to be heavy because we're still building the capacity to be able to produce power repeatedly throughout, so that when we want to produce power as the main goal of the lift, that we have enough reserve in the tank, basically.
Fuck your bitch, get a bag from it, then I never call her. Now she tripping, going crazy, nigga, tell her let her bubble. OG see me coming through and they say that's a baller. That's a baller. That's a nigga starting from the bottom, really in that order. Make a call, bring them pants down. Smoking loud like some ransom. Niggas wanna come around now, cause they know me really got the crown now. Put my mask on, put the crown down, turn up. When it come to action, niggas ride with me screaming murder. Niggas falling off, bitches falling through.
Ready, go. You boys need a go signal. Yes. Bring it in real quick. You got about a minute and a half. How are we feeling? Was it hard to warm up like that? All right, so you guys, some of you guys box. You never boxed before, right? You boxed a little bit. You boxed. You boxed, yeah. So like, when you see people that box for the first time, every time they punch, they breathe out. Right? That's the worst thing you can do, because you literally take all your oxygen out of your body when you do that every time you punch. So 2 minutes into the fight, you have no power. So like the first time you've been in a street fight, if it goes more than 30 seconds, you're like breathing hard. Like, why can't I fight for more than a minute? It's because we're breathing out. So when we run, it's kind of the same thing. So when I watch people run the first time, they're breathing everything. They're losing their power. Right. So what we're gonna try today is just practicing being calm, like internally, and not having to like stress and tense. And I've talked to you about this, because we run so tight in effort. But when we do this, it tightens up our stride. And everybody here, minus T, has a stride that's not having enough range of motion between the thighs, right? And the way to get that is really just relaxing, and it's total body. So what we'll do now is we have 4 runs. Each run starts at 50%. The first one we build to 70, we hold for 2 seconds, then we walk back. Second one, we start at 50, we go to 80, hold for 2 seconds. Then to 90, hold for 2 seconds. Then 1 to 100. All right. But the whole time, I don't care how fast it is. I just want to see, can we get there relaxed? All right. I'm not even saying anything technically right now. Just can we get there relaxed? Make sense?
We gon' wake your dog up about that cash. Play out, put them demons on your earth. I got too much power, don't make me mad. I'm too rich to send a hit, you better be glad. Deep down in them trenches, started up in the stenches.
Every single person here is going to hit a valley, which means you're going to hit a point where you actually feel worse than when you started. It's going to, I promise you it's going to happen within the next couple weeks, right? We have to push through it. And if we start focusing on, oh, that time was bad, and we start putting out the negative energy on it, we're going to keep getting worse. If you go through it and you're like, I'm going to focus on the 1 or 2 things technically that I came here to do, then we're going to keep going up and we bounce out of it. So what happens is we pull it back. So basically, when you go through that valley, we're pulling you back. And then when the valley's over, you shoot to the top. It happens to everybody, but the process is hard. Most people won't trust it. Most people are going to be like, man, like, I don't know if maybe I need to do this more, do that more, do this more. All right? I've seen it every year, guys second guess and question. We have to push through it. All right, I love y'all boys, for real, man. Let's bring it in.
Y'all turned up today, man. I like it.
T, you got it today. T, you got it today. On T.
Hey, family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Family. Yes, sir. Let's go get cozy now. Saunas, baby.
Good day, fellas. Good day.
Vitamin C.
Good work day.